Hey guys, my name is Kellen and welcome to my channel. I am doing a voiceover, so my voice might be kind of awkward because the audio did not record, but we're gonna make this video work anyways, so just forget that I said that. I wanted to make a drawing video and try to start my YouTube up again because I have felt like for a long time that no social media platform really fits me. Ever since DeviantArt kind of died, I moved to Instagram and that was okay for a while, but nowadays it's just kind of competition. It's really toxic. A lot of people are very rude there. And I've tried Twitter and it's about the same, if not worse. And then for Kara, I really like Kara so far, but it's not quite the same yet. We'll see how it goes along. But for now, I'm going to try going back to YouTube because I used to do that when I was little and it was just pretty much shitty animation memes and stuff. But I had a lot of fun doing it and I was able to interact with my friends. I got a lot of feedback on my art and people seemed to really like it. I was able to reach a lot more people, and so that's what I'm going to try. Today I decided that I'm going to try to design a WEIRDCORE OC. I thought it would be kind of fun to do a new character right before art fight, so I could see if I could get some art of them. Something that's not my traditional human characters, because that can get boring for some people, and some people like to do not humans, and they're not very good at faces, but I'm not very good at making non-humanoid. So I thought I could do something kind of different. I think that WEIRDCORE is a really fun way to tap into nostalgia, self-reflection. It's that kind of weird, uncanny space I think a lot of people can relate to when they see those liminal spaces, those weird designs, those uncanny features. So I'm going to start my sketch over on the left side of my sketchbook, so it's like the first ones are the worst ones usually, so I'll do it farther away since I don't have an overhead tripod quite yet and you can't really see that far, but you can still hopefully kind of see what I'm doing there. And then as I get better and I get more satisfied with the design, I'm going to move to the right. Okay, so I'm starting out with doing an eye because one of the biggest motifs that I saw with WEIRDCORE is a bunch of uncanny, unnerving eyes. I think it's a really good tool for self-reflection because seeing that you're like, are they judging me? Are they looking into my soul? Do they know what I did? That sounds really weird, but I don't know, I think it's a really good symbol to use in your art. A lot of people, some people even have phobias of eyes, and a lot of people are just unnerved by them, but I really like them. They're kind of comforting to me. Even though I don't really like to make eye contact with a lot of people in real life, some people that I really, really like, I will not break eye contact with. So I'm gonna give her pretty much a head full of eye. I gave her a little bit of a face, but no nose or anything, because it kind of made me think of like Jeff the Killer, how he doesn't have a nose and nobody really seemed to question that, even though that wasn't like part of the story, it was just part of the image. And for her hair, I kind of wanted to do like a dandelion thing, so I made her hair really spiky, which I later changed because I kind of wanted a rounder look, but I think I could use that for something. It kind of reminds me of like the diamonds from Steven Universe. They all have that kind of like spiky stuff. I don't know if you can tell, but Steven Universe influenced my designs a lot for fantasy characters. That was one of my favorite things when I was in like middle school. Oh, excuse me, I had to get my cat off the desk. So I gave her a little sweetheart top. I'm adding those princess sleeves and adding some lace at the end because she's a fancy little lady. That's one of the things I noticed with WEIRDCORE. Let's take these really unnerving characters and put them in a cute little Lolita dress, and I think that's funny. It's amusing to me, and I love playing with those contrasting themes. It's just really fun to do because it really throws people off if they're not aware of like the context of these sort of things. So when I like show this stuff to like my grandma or like my aunts and uncles, they're like, what is that? And it's kind of fun to get the reaction out of people. Then I'm gonna put some bugs coming out of her pockets because bugs are another big theme with that. It makes me think of my friend Emma because she really loves bugs and she got a little beetle scarab thing tattooed on her, and I think it's the cutest thing ever. my friends have really got me to appreciate bugs a lot more. I've loved bugs since I was a kid, but like usually like worms and stuff. But like I really like beetles and stuff now, and I don't like coming across centipedes in my room or in my bathtub, but I don't mind looking at pictures of them usually. I used to like gag when I saw pictures of them. Then I'm gonna give her little leggies because weirdly enough, all the WEIRDCORE OCs that I've seen have legs. I guess it's weird to have legs, but I gave her little stick thin legs so she looks like a little bug herself, because she does look like a little bug. She's a cute little bug. And I gave her these platform clown shoes because that seems pretty popular right now. And then I decided that, like I said earlier, I didn't like the spiky hair. I could use it for something else, but I wanted to do bubbly, kind of afro, natural curly hair, kind of like the cotton candy garnet design from Steven Universe. Yeah, I'm bringing up Steven Universe again, I know. Steven Universe is a hit or miss with a lot of things, but I love the art and the designs. So then I gave her these little baggy rolled up socks, because that's just something I'm into right now. I think it's cute. It's probably my 80s obsession taking over with like leg warmers and the baggy socks and stuff. And then I gave her big bows out of her shoelaces, and then I add some band-aids on her knees because I think band-aids are cute. It's kind of got the Lolita vibe that her dress has. And then I give her little arms. I gave her gloves. That's right. Little gloves because I wanted to do the cartoon gloves because I thought that was kind of a cute thing. And I'm just adjusting myself. Sorry, the camera's kind of shit. I'm using my phone and I'm using the app Camo. It's actually really handy. I get pretty good camera quality on it. I would not get as good as camera quality using one of my cameras. So I'm happy with what I have. And y'all are just here for the art anyway, so I'm sure you'll understand. The next thing I want to do is a TV head kind of OC. I have seen a lot of these. They make me think of Tumblr in like the 2010s because that was a super popular thing to do, and I never really got it then because I was kind of a dumb kid and I was like, man, I don't even have a face. Why would you want a character without a face? Because I'm like big into faces. I don't know, I always have been. So this is kind of a new thing for me, but I really love the object concept. Now it's like throwing off what you would think of character design, because usually it's like, with cartoons at least, they make the head super big and they make everything in the design point to the head and the eyes and the face because that's the most expressive. Well, when you take that away, you gotta rely on the rest of the design to do stuff for you. So I think that was kind of a fun challenge. I gave her kind of a triangle body, which made me think of a 1980s suit with the giant shoulder pads. So I kind of made her like this 1980s news reporter lady, which eventually kind of turns into like a weather lady. You can see me talking there as if my microphone's actually working, which it didn't. I'll have to check that, and I knew it was going to do that, but I was like, no, it'll be nice to me, I won't do that. So then I give her some nice long leggies, because she's kind of a sexy news reporter lady. Because she's an independent woman. She's fierce, she's sexy, she's bad, and I love her. She has her little microphone, and right now, already, I know that her clothes are going to be awesome, but I already felt like her TV was kind of empty, like it needed a little more of something, and I eventually figured that out later. So, I'm doing her lapels there, and I love drawing suits, and I love the little flares. That's like my obsession right now, like the snatched waist with like the flare blazer. It's really cute, and then I give her a little slit in her skirt so she can move around a little. And her heels, I make her heels a little bigger because she's an icon. She's a femme queen. So then I add some little buttons to her TV, and then did I do it yet? Am I doing it? Oh wait, no, I'm doing her shirt. That's right. Okay. I gave her a little vest originally, but I kind of just turned it into a blazer because I didn't really like how it looked. It looked like too much of like a tuxedo thing, and that was too fancy for the news, I think. We can't be too fancy on the news. We might distract the people from the weather. Then I'm thinking about her TV. I add her little antennas, which I think are so cute. I love those antenna TVs. I don't know. It tickles me. Then I add I don't know, I'm just doodling on her legs till I can decide what I want to do, and then eventually I end up adding her little buttons, and then I give her a little headset mouthpiece thing, you know, because they're always like, that's how they hear stuff. But I give her a big one because it's the 80s and they're not tiny. Up there I was about to give her a hat, but then I thought that looked, oh, excuse me, that looked too tea party for a news lady. So I gave her a little headpiece because I think that's cute, because I see a lot of them with headphones, and I think a headset is the perfect amount of like tech casual, but like still like office fancy. I don't know what the hell I'm saying, but you guys get what I mean. You guys get the vibe. I'm really thinking hard about that too. It took me a while to think of that. I'm just sitting there like, oh my god. There we go. There, I figured it out. Alrighty. So then I get her design down, and I am super happy with her design at this point. I just fix a few things, fix her fingers, and eventually okay, hurry up, nobody there. Okay, come on, hurry up me. What are you thinking about? Put your little hand down, go back to drawing. Okay, now you get to show the audience. See, she's very cute, I love her. I'm really happy with this camera quality. This is my first video doing this, so I'm very happy about it. Alright, right there we are going to do a full body, oh, don't lose your pencil there, doofus. We are going to do a full body of her. Oh, I gotta type something, I gotta look something up apparently. I always gotta figure out something. I think I'm looking up 90s news reporters right now, so hold on. Okay, I had to skip over a giant chunk of me just searching, but we are back to it. See, now we're drawing her little TV head again. This is her big full body. This is gonna be probably her main image on Toy House. I don't know, I've been having a really good art day, so it really did not take me long to sketch her out. I started with her little triangle shoulders and her very, very nice hourglass form. She's like the queen of an hourglass body. Like, okay, mommy, whatever. But, I gotta do her nice little leg. She's doing a little pose. And her nice heels. I'm not very good at drawing heels, but I'm getting better, slowly. Because I am used to drawing, like, historical heels, which have more of a pump. Because they were actually made to walk on all day, unlike heels nowadays, which are just absolute garbage. But, I'm not gonna ramble about that right now. I am putting her, oh my gosh, the little pleats, or the frills on her blazer have to be my favorite part. It's just, there's something so fun about drawing them. It's just such a natural, satisfying movement that makes me so happy. So then I recreate her shirt, her little neckline, and her little ribbon. And then I give her her big shoulder pads. So one thing about this design that I really like is how authentically it came. I didn't have to search through a bunch of different people's designs and come up with something that people had already created. This was something that came like right out of my brain just because I combined two things, and that's basically the same thing as what I said, but you know what I mean. There's a difference. Like, she feels like it's something I came up with. It's not just a bunch of stuff mashed together and I'm like, oh, it's a design, and then I'll never use her again. I genuinely fell in love with this design and I feel super connected to her. And I can see myself using her again. Sometimes I'll make designs just like, I don't know, because my friend wanted me to design something and I'm like, okay, there's the character, and then I know I'm never gonna touch that thing again. That little monster that I created. But no, I love this lady, and honestly, I could, if I didn't already just draw myself all the time, I could see her being my persona, but I like drawing myself too much. I have too big of an ego. So then I give her a little pointy hand, she's pointing at the weather, but then I decided to change that into a microphone. And then I put her microphone around her as a little composition thing, the little wire, and I think she looks adorable. And I think it's crazy that I went from that little bubbly thing to this. So I came back with my markers. I used the sort of like no signal rainbow TV thing. You know what I'm talking about. I don't even know what that's called. The typical thing on the TV. And I couldn't decide between pink or red for her suit. I was kind of originally thinking pink or purple, but I wanted to stay within the color thing, so I decided to do the left one, which I didn't like quite as much as pink, so I could have a backup and do the other one in red. And I ended up really liking the red, so I went with the red, but I do like the pink too. That would be cute for like her like Easter special or something during the springtime. But the red is very like sexy and sleek, and it's got that bad girl vibe that I'm going for. Like that independent working woman of the 80s vibe that I love so much. And the pink just was too sweet, and it didn't fit her very well, but you know, she doesn't need to have one outfit. She can have as many outfits as she wants. So I'm not going to limit her color palette to just red, but I feel like that's going to be her favorite color. And is that because it's my favorite color? Maybe, but it's just objectively the best color. It's fierce, but it's elegant, but it can be cute, it can be sweet, it can be fiery, spicy, it can be whatever you want. And red is just objectively the best color, and I don't care what you have to say in the comments. So yeah. I loved watching the marker fill in. I did this about 2 times speed, and I think it is just so satisfying to watch. It's fun to watch it real time too, but since the audio didn't record, I really didn't feel like just having to talk for like an extra 20 minutes. It actually didn't take that long. But then I go and I color her TV. I put like the brown wood paneling because she's like a vintage TV, you know, she's a vintage lady. Nowadays she'd be kind of older, but she's in her prime here. She's a young lady. And I think it's kind of cool that like her TV ends up being like the neutral skin color, even though it's not like flesh. That probably only makes sense to like an artist perspective, but like usually skin and hair like don't matter that much if you're using the browns and grays, because you can make the clothes whatever color you want to go with the rest of the piece. But it just ended up being the same with her TV head, and I thought that was kind of interesting. Then I'm thinking about her leggings, and I kind of wanted to do static, but I was just going to think about it for a while as I did her colors on her screen. I gotta figure out what that's called, because I can't just be calling it the color thing. And I'm kind of reusing the blues with the grays too, because I didn't want to use too many colors. I didn't want to have to drag out like 5 grays, and I already had to drag out a few more. But it ended up working out. Then I'm doing her little ribbon. I decided to give her black heels to offset the grays. And then I'm coloring the other TV too, because I wanted to see what the pink looked like with all her colors, and it ended up looking a lot nicer than I thought it would. Obviously because it matches. I was wondering if it was going to be too matchy or if it was going to look too light and compared, but I like it a lot more. It looks a lot less pastel and good girl. It looks a little bit more normal like the red, but I still prefer the red over the other ones. I lined her legs with brown because I wasn't sure if I was going to try the static thing because it seemed kind of complicated and I didn't know if I could get the effect across. But I ended up changing that back to black later because the static did work and it looked pretty good. Doing the wire was so fun. It was just like watching myself work is actually kind of a confidence booster, because you see all those artists on YouTube and like you know it's sped up but it still looks pretty easy, but then like watching yourself do that, it makes you feel really good about your art, because like years ago it would not have looked this smooth. Like my movements and stuff, you can tell that I'm a lot more loose with my line work than I used to be, and it's really satisfying to watch myself as I go into college. I did my first year of college and I'm going to my sophomore this fall. It's awesome to watch myself improve and become like a professional artist. So here I've decided that I am going to try the static tights. I was really nervous about this, but I figured I could try to cover it up, but I was just hoping it would look stupid. And I was actually pretty happy with the result. It did turn out nice. But like I said, I did have to make the line art black to look a little better, otherwise it didn't stand out quite enough. Did anybody else get really scared by the static on the TV as a kid? I know it was always kind of unnerving for people, but like the noise, like really, I'm really sensitive to loud noises, and usually the TV would be really loud because my dad's kind of old and he can't hear shit, so it would just be like, like blaring in my ears, and it would really scare the shit out of me as a kid, especially if I woke up in the middle of the night and my parents were asleep and like one of the TVs was doing that. It always freaked me out. I was actually so satisfied with the tights that I did it on the other one, and I wasn't even expecting to do that. So yeah, I decided to add some little eyeball brooches because I thought that was a nice nod to the eyeballs of the WEIRDCORE, and I was also like, people are watching the news, you know, but is she watching you, you know? Like, those are her eyes, even though she's a TV head. It's kind of funny. I probably will go back and make those a little darker, but... So there I am doing the black like I said I would. And yeah, I'm in the gloves and little cartoon gloves, and I was extremely happy with this design at this point. I made her skin gray. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that, but I probably will. I just like the idea of her not really having skin, but I don't know, maybe she does. So yeah, I was extremely happy with this design. I felt like I created something that could be used in like an actual cartoon or something. It was the first time I was actually extremely pleased with the design and like the progress, because it went from that little gumdrop thing to like this beautiful lady, and it blew my mind. So I'm cleaning it up here, and I will show you a picture of the finished project. Oh, first though, I am going to give her earrings. I had to decide on the color, but I decided blue went best because she kind of had a red and blue overall color scheme. So I gave her these 80s earrings based on ones that I have. For the red dress, and then for the pink dress, I gave her green triangle earrings because I thought that fit, and then she ended up looking like a glam rock chica TV, but I think it's cute. I'm very happy, and I decided to name her Telly Kelly because it rhymes, and I think that's adorable.